Gentlemen, you've got 2 minutes for your closing.
First, I'd like to thank the Republican Party for hosting this event. Also, I'd like to thank Mr. Peak tonight for moderating the event for us. Most importantly, I'd like to thank all the voters that showed up tonight to learn more about us candidates. Thank you for spending a long night, I know, and thank you for still being here and taking the time to do this. Hopefully tonight I've been able to show you a little bit about myself and why I'm the best candidate for place 2, because of my business experience, because of my strong family values, and because of my community service. And I'd like to ask for your vote. Thank you.
Mr. Jansen, you've got 2 minutes to close.
If you want to change in our schools, if you want to change in our community, you need to vote for Dalton. Because I know what it's like to be a student in our school system. On the board right now, what do we have missing? We have business owners, we have parents, we have the educator perspective, we have all these different perspectives, all these different experiences, but we don't have the experience of someone who knows what it's like inside the schools. Recently, okay? People have all been in the school system, but who's been in it this decade? Okay, no one has. And I know what the current challenges are of our school system. We need someone with a recent and relevant experience, and also someone who's a conservative. I put a scripture on my campaign sign, 1 Timothy 4:12, let no one look down upon you for your youth, but set the believers an example in speech, conduct, love, faith, and purity. Because my faith is important to me. No one puts scriptures on their campaign signs, but I do because I am doing it different. And I will bring something different to our school system, and I will make you proud. That is the bottom line. I will make you proud, and everyone who supports me knows it. They're ready for a fresh change. And it's time for something different, and I bring that. And I'm just so encouraged by all the support I've been getting too. All the people, my whole family that's here to support me. Everyone's reaching out to me. It's just so nice, and people are ready for something different. And it's just so encouraging. And I'm just so thankful for everyone coming out today, and I really appreciate it. And one thing too is I didn't back down to my liberal teachers. I didn't back down when the establishment, the Republican Party, told me to step out of the race. And I won't back down when it's time for me to be on the school board and fight for all of our conservative values, because I will be bold and courageous like no one else has ever seen before in this community. Thank you.
Mr. Dennison, you've got 2 minutes.
Thank you everyone for coming tonight and giving us this opportunity to earn your vote. I really respect your time and I appreciate that. I appreciate the opportunity. What sets me apart from these 2 guys? Because it's important. You have a choice and there are 3 of us running for place 2. I think probably the most obvious, I'm a mama bear. I've raised 5 children in this district. I have 3 up and coming, like I mentioned, a 2nd grader and 2.5-year-old twins. And I take it personally. I also have business ownership perspective, like I've mentioned in the past, and I've talked with you, some of you one-on-one. But what really, really intrigues me about the way that the board operates currently is that there's a lack of transparency. There's a lack of transparency in Rockwall ISD School Board. It's unfortunate. I don't know that it's malicious, but it is a reality. It's very hard to get a hold of documents. When the agendas are published 72 hours in advance, they're line item agendas. They don't include any documentation. Our county and our cities, everyone that you've seen represented here tonight in the forums before ours, publish their entire agenda packet with all supporting documentation in advance. So you as a concerned citizen, parent, and taxpayer have the materials available to you. So if you want to talk about anything, if you want to challenge anything, you have access. And that has not historically been the case in Rockwall ISD School Board. So I will tell you, when I'm elected, that's priority number 1 for me, is transparency. Priority number 2, obviously, is going to be to keep the open lines of communication. I've published my phone number. I have it on every piece of material that I've put out during this campaign process, and I've received a lot of phone calls, and I really appreciate that feedback. I think it's important that you have an open line of communication to everyone that's going to represent you. You are electing a representative. You have to be able to reach them and know that they're going to call you back, that they're going to respond to your interests. I appreciate everyone being here. I ask for your vote, and I challenge the other candidates